Hey Ron, Ryan here. I'm at the movie theaters today. I thought I would do something a little more different than I usually have done in previous past about giving my top 10 favorite movies of the year. So let's start off with my list on starting at number 10. Starting off my list, we start with Where the Crawdads Sing. Now, Della Owens wrote a wonderful novel, a great novel to read this as well too, and this is a novel brought to the big screen once again. And when this happens, you want to make sure you get every detail if you can, but it's hard actually to do that with the novel and bring it to a movie this as well. But I thought they did a wonderful job with this movie. We had the great actors, we had that wonderful song by Taylor Swift, and everything was just I thought was great. This was the best romantic movie of the year, romantic slash mystery, I gotta say, because there's a mystery you gotta solve in this movie. So let's move on to my number 9 movie. Lying at number 9. The Fabelmans, a Steven Spielberg movie. He's done multiple movies in the past, like such as E.T., Jaws, a lot of war movies, a lot of sci-fi movies as well too. This War of the Worlds, but this is a more in the drama section about a younger kid getting a camera for the first time. So this movie kind of reflects back a little bit on Steven Spielberg's younger life so you get a look at what he actually does. But this is well worth it. It may be a little long, but to me it kept a right pace at the right time. It really kept me entertained, and the actors in this are marvelous. I gotta say, I can understand why Steven Spielberg got Best Director and Best Picture at the Golden Globes. The year of 2022 didn't seem too much for comedy, but this one that really grabbed my attention from 2022 is called Ticket to Paradise with Julia Roberts and George Clooney. They make a great couple, a great chemistry. Well, I shouldn't really say that because in the movie premise itself, they are parents that are divorced, and of course, they're going to their daughter's wedding in a tropical paradise. But since they think their daughter is a little too young to get married, they find a way to break up the marriage. And what they actually do, you have to see the movie for yourself because it's really funny in different situations, of course. But if you want a good laugh, check out this movie, Ticket to Paradise. You'll have a good old time with it with Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Coming in at a quick number 7, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, this movie really lived up to its hype, I gotta say. A number of years ago, we had that first Sonic the Hedgehog come out the theaters, and this one, just as well, too, brought more depth to the story and more character to the Sonic character itself. It was great to see Jim Carrey come back to play that evil villain once again. He's perfection at what he does, especially when it comes to evilness in a movie such as Sonic the Hedgehog 2. James Morrison came back to play his character just as well, too. And it's just great to have a movie like this, a great family action movie. And it really stick to the game just as well, too. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the third chapter of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, the year of 2022, we got to see quite a few Marvel movies as it is, but this one that caught my attention called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, I was really wondering what was going to happen, too, because since Chadwick Boseman passed away a couple years ago, how they were actually going to pass the torch to somebody else. They did it so wonderfully and beautifully, yet tearfully at the same time. Oh my gosh, I got to say, the first 10 minutes of this film put tears in my eyes. It's pure joy, I got to say, and I really wish the best to Chadwick Boseman's parents, loved ones, at the best. But the movie itself gave great action and great story in depth, I got to say. If they were to make another Black Panther, I would have hoped they dive more deeper into the villain that was actually in this movie. He had such a great backstory. I'd love to see what would actually happen. So what do you guys think? Do you think Wakanda Forever lived up to his expectations? Well, I hope I didn't scare you too much with that video clip, but that clip was from the movie Scream. The people behind Ready or Not, believe it or not, wrote and directed this movie, and I felt they did a really good job living it up to its expectations. I know Wes Craven would be happy with this film, with the continuation of the Scream franchise, but I really thought this was a great feel of the new generation, what they actually gave us. Great cast. Jenna Ortega is perfect. She's the new Scream queen of this generation. I gotta say, move over Jamie Lee Curtis, because Jenna Ortega is taking over. And we got Scream 6 that's around the block this as well, too, to see what happens. We're getting a whole set new trilogy. What's gonna happen to this Scream franchise? From the creators that brought you Shrek, they bring in a new animated called Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Now, if you guys want to see animation at its best, you got to check this out because it's well done. DreamWorks does it once again, bringing you and diving you once again to the Shrek universes as well, too. So when I say that, they brought more fairy tale stuff into this story along with this new Puss in Boots story. We have Goldilocks and the Three Bears playing the villains, which I thought really worked really good. And there's multiple characters from the fairy tale world coming into this story, and they really tell the story of why Puss in Boots wants the last wish. So he lost his 9 lives, believe it or not, since he's a cat, and he wants to maybe get that one last life once again, to that one last adventure. And it does actually tie in to what we're going to actually see in the near future with this new rebooted Shrek this as well too. Tom Cruise is back once again to play Maverick in Top Gun Maverick, which the movie lies at number 3. So the movie, it was a 1986 film, and we never thought to see in the light of day that we would actually see a sequel after 36 years later, and since the movie came out back in 1986. But the timeline actually stays the same. After 36 years at Top Gun, he's ready to retire, but actually finds out he's got a son in the same academy he actually is at. And we also see a love interest as well too. Shortly after the first Top Gun, of course, played by beautiful Jennifer Connelly. But of course, the story is pretty simple. But it's still fun at the same time, I gotta say. For being a sequel, I gotta say it lived up to its expectations. And makes me wonder, too, since this is Top Gun 2, will there be a third Top Gun? Now, there's an idea for you guys. What do you guys actually think for that? Where will this story actually go? Would it actually follow the line of Maverick's son falling into Top Gun 3, maybe? Who knows? So let's move on to our number 2, getting closer to our number 1 movie of the year. Lying at number 2, The Woman King. This now is a historical piece, I gotta say, going through the 18th and 19th century. Right away, this movie is really inspired by true events, believe it or not. If you're familiar with Africa in the kingdom of the Dahomey, this is a story about the women that actually fight as warriors, which is a really powerful movie, I gotta say. This is the reason I love this movie a lot. It's the reason why it's number 2. I'm surprised it's not number 1, actually. But Viola Davis is the main actress in this. She pulls a very powerful role in this movie, and I'm really excited to see her play this role, because she is a great actress as it is, but she does it so brilliantly, I gotta say, in this movie called The Woman King.
Has altered the shape of my soul. I am Detective Hercule Poirot, and I will deliver your killer.
Hercule Poirot is back once again for an investigation after what happened on Murder on the Orient Express, but this time it's Death on the Nile. If you don't know me that well, I do like mystery movies a lot, and I feel this was one of the best mystery movies in quite a while, ever since Murder on the Orient Express, because I did like that one a lot this as well too. But Death on the Nile also brings you different characters as they are taking a cruise through the Nile. And it's one of those things you got to really pay attention to the beginning to the end. And this gives out a straight out good story. For those who want a good mystery, check out Death on the Nile. But if I had to choose my favorite movie of 2022, yes, it is Death on the Nile. And every movie that you have seen on this list, it's a list to animation, comedy, action. Everything's here on the list. But if you think differently, leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. But as of today of 2022, this is my list. Yes, I'm eating that popcorn. I'm about to go to a movie here shortly. But anyways, did anything match to your liking as well in 2022 on my list that you might enjoy this as well too? There's just multiple movies I actually liked tonight. There is some couple of surprising movies I thought were really good this as well too from last year, I gotta say. Leading on such, and you saw Death on the Nile became my number 1 movie of the year, which I love that sort of stuff. I love mystery movies, especially that. Puss in Boots was also a big surprise when I actually went to see it. It was just so fun, and I just gotta admit, it was a great year. But there was only one movie that really disappointed me, believe it or not. Everything was being great. The newest Thor movie was actually the biggest disappointment of the year. I did not like it at all. I think that was one of the weakest Marvel movies I actually seen, believe it or not. So what do you guys think? I like my list. What do you think about my comment that's actually about Thor? Did you like that movie by chance? So anyways, my name is Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you here maybe at the theaters. See you guys later. Bye.